Hey, what's up guys? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. In this video, I want to give you 5 reasons why I really like the ESEE Junglas. Alright, reason number 1 why I've really enjoyed using the ESEE Junglas is because it does the job. Now, I don't expect this thing to perform like an axe. I'm not going to be felling a ton of huge trees. But when it comes to chopping branches so I can use them for a shelter, cleaning off small branches from those larger branches to use for my shelter, when it comes to batoning, when it comes to fire prep, when it comes to even feather sticking and getting some small shavings for fire, this thing does the job and it does it nicely. So I don't feel like it's totally unwieldy, it's huge, it's too front heavy. It just does the job nicely for the tasks I need it to do and that I most often do when I'm out in the woods. At a little bit more than 16 inches from end to end and just a little bit under 10.5 inches for the blade, this thing is manageable, easy to wield, and yet it's long enough to do some of those bigger tasks that you need a chopping tool like this to actually do. Reason number 2 is this right here. It's the handle. It's a very neutral handle. I don't like a handle that's got all kinds of contours and grooves for my fingers, whatever. I find that I'm constantly having to readjust my hand to keep it comfortable. With this thing, I would go to work with it and I didn't have to readjust my hand really until I was done using the Junglas. So that neutral handle for me is a major win. Reason number 3 is the sheath. For a lot of knives, when you buy them, you spend 100, 150 bucks. You're almost immediately thinking, well, the sheath isn't going to be that great, so am I going to have to get a new sheath, a custom sheath? I actually like this sheath quite a bit. So it's got this slide lock option, so even if this top snap is not snapped and you have this one locked in properly, you can't get that Junglas out. It's safe. Kydex and ballistic nylon as well. You do get some cordage with it, which is a win. You can see I've added an ESEE pouch to this. This is not built for the Junglas, but you can attach it using 2 of the bolts, and then up on the top section you can just run some paracord to attach it even more firmly. I've taken the SOL Scout Survival Kit. I've taken all those items out of the kit and put it in the little tin that comes in the pouch here, and then I just attached the Mylar blanket to the back. Now this isn't the perfect setup. You know, I'd probably do something a little bit different if I wanted to adjust this to make it even better in the future. But between that Scout Survival Kit in this pouch, the bag, or the Mylar blanket in this bag, the Junglas, the sheath, I mean, I've got a nice system to head out into the woods to do some bushcrafting, survival, camping, hiking, whatever it is. So despite the fact that a lot of times when you invest in a more expensive knife, you're thinking, I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the sheath and get a new one. I think this one does a really nice job for the price point. Reason number 4 is the thickness. So 0.188 inches thick. That is a great thickness for me. I don't know if I've ever had a knife or a chopping tool that's that exact thickness, and this just works really well. So I can still chop with it, no concerns about batoning with it. A 1/4 inch, would that be heavier and, you know, more weight to really chop aggressively with? Yes. But I think that would limit me on the other end of things. So this thickness is just, I found it just to be just right for more aggressive chopping use, batoning, but then also it's not so thick that it's unwieldy when I'm trying to do some smaller tasks. So I really like the thickness on the ESEE Junglas. Number 5 for me is the ESEE warranty. They have a lifetime, no questions asked warranty. And that's transferable, meaning if I buy it and then I trade it to you and then you sell it to somebody and then they trade it to somebody, if that person then breaks the knife, you can bring it back to ESEE and they're going to make sure everything is set right. The backing of a company is a big deal for me if I'm going to be using their product out in the woods in a scenario where I really need it to perform. So there's 5 reasons why I like the ESEE Junglas. I've heard good things about it, but now that I've used it, yeah, this thing is definitely a winner. Now, I've got a link at the end of this video to another video where I took this ESEE Junglas and the SOL Scout Survival Kit and went out and kind of worked around a scenario of someone being lost in the woods, and all you have is the Junglas, the clothes on your back, and that Scout Survival Kit. And could you survive? Could you make shelter? Could you get water? Could you get food? Could you make fire? And I was able to do all those things in that video. So I want to encourage you to check out that video. It was a fun video to make and shows both the Junglas and the SOL Scout Survival Kit in use. Let me give a shout out to Smoky Mountain Knife Works. They sent me the Junglas, they sent me the ESEE pouch, and they also sent me the SOL Scout Survival Kit. So if you want to know more about the products that they have to offer or purchase these products, head over to their website, smkw.com, smokymountainknifeworks.com. They've got a ton of products on their website, so spend some time over there digging around. Maybe you can find something that fits into your kits or your systems. As I mentioned, up here we had the video of me going out and working through that survival scenario with the Junglas and the Scout Survival Kit from SOL. And then down here, we've got a link looking at the ESEE tin survival kit. This is the Altoid size tin and the pre-made kit that ESEE puts together. Thanks as always for checking out the videos. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.